why we're the trusted choice for thousands of patients. Don't let pain hold you back. Take the first step towards a better pain-free life with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Call 402-489-4700.
Look at your car. It's filthy and probably has a few dings and nicks all over it. Don't be that guy. Get it upgraded and repaired at Renew Your Auto. At Renew Your Auto, they offer tons of services: ceramic coating, window tinting, paintless dent repair, washes and details, bed liners, body shop, and more. Where can you go to get services like that all in one place? Schedule your appointment today at renewyourauto.com. See what Renew can do for you.
Gather round. This is the Ticket Water.
This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game.
Coming at you live in the heart of Lincoln, America.
I said, hold up, wait a minute. Something ain't right.
On air and online at theticketfm.com. Here are your hosts, Jake Buckoven and Enrique Alvarez-Clary.
Yeah, we crashing the party today. I'm with Jake Bachman. I'm with Austin. This is the Black Shirt, and welcome to the Ticket Water Cooler. Did I say it right?
You said it right.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. 93.7 The Ticket.
That's right. That's right. You do not hear Rico's voice. You hear Terrell Farley's voice. He's helping crash the Ticket Water Cooler today. Austin Orman in with me as well.
I'm just watching the show, just along for the ride.
Oh, you're just here.
My voice is way better than Rico's. Rico's
you do have a good voice. I'll give you that.
Annoying to me.
It's annoying. Well, hopefully it's not too annoying to most of our listeners because he is here most days. But it is good to have you in here, Terrell Farley. A lot. I wouldn't say a lot going on in the sports world, but very kind of strange things going on in the sports world. Well, more on the like margins.
I can tell you the best part of sports right now. The Atlanta Braves have the best record.
They do
in Major League Baseball.
Yeah,
and I'm from Georgia. I've been a Braves fan since 1975.
Oh wow!
You know, I remember all the old Braves: Dale Murphy, Otis Nixon, Terry Pendleton, Chipper Jones. The list goes on. Greg Maddox, John Smoltz, Tom Glavine. People don't understand, man. And it's not the Atlanta Braves anymore. It's the Cobb County Braves.
Why is that?
Because they moved way out of Cobb County.
Oh, they're not in Atlanta?
They're not in Atlanta. They're on Cobb County. That's 75 north. Like that's going like to Tennessee. But it's right outside of Atlanta. But, you know, it's still Atlanta. But, you know, a lot of people can't break now, but you know, because you move a stadium way out there.
Yeah, I do feel a bit contradicted when they do that at times. So isn't the Jets Stadium like not technically in New York or something? I mean,
the Meadowlands in New Jersey.
Yeah, New Jersey. So it's just kind of weird.
They should be the New Jersey Jets.
Yeah, the New Jersey Jets.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy that you got two New York teams.
Yeah,
now that doesn't happen in basketball with the NBA because you have the New York Knicks.
We have Brooklyn.
Then you have New Jersey.
They were the New Jersey Nets. They moved to Brooklyn, though.
Oh, that's crazy. See, that's just crazy.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
I don't know how I feel about that. I don't feel like, you know, but you have to do what you have to do. It feels like sloppy if you go to like the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. That just feels like too much. That's a mouthful. Well, are they still the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim?
No, they dropped the of Anaheim.
Yeah.
So they're just like Oakland. Now they're not Oakland anymore. They're Las Vegas.
Yeah, they will be going to the Vegas.
I went to Oakland to work out for them back in like 98, and it was probably the ugliest city I probably ever seen because it had like houses coming down the hill, like you see the mountains or the hills or something, but it's houses like coming all the way down, and I was like, "Ooh, that's kind of ugly." But you know, I worked out for them, and I worked out on grass, and that's kind of hard. So
it's definitely an ugly stadium. Obviously, it was baseball and football being played there. Mm-hmm. I landed there because it's right by San Francisco. So I landed in the San Francisco airport. I could see the Oakland, you know, the what's it called? The
Oakland Coliseum.
Yeah. Coliseum. Yeah, I didn't want to get it wrong. I could see it, and I was like, oh, maybe I should go over there. And then like some of the locals were like, don't step a foot in Oakland. I wouldn't go over there. I was like, oh, okay, well, I will just stay in San Francisco then. Yeah. So there's not much over there. So not surprising that that team is moving to Vegas. Like I said, Rico is in Vegas now. You guys, while we have you in the room, any good Vegas memories? You had some Vegas trips?
I haven't
Never
been.
been.
I've never been.
You guys
to
haven't
Vegas
been to
yet.
Vegas
I
yet?
haven't been to Vegas.
Oh.
It's on my wish list though.
Yeah,
It's on my wish list.
it's pretty good. They got pretty
I wanna
good
go-
flights out.
I want to go
get
for
there.
the food. I heard Vegas
Mm.
has wonderful food. Man.
Just don't look at Rico's pictures of the food, and you'll still believe that.
Yeah, and they've got the Sphere up now, which I want to see. Have you seen the Sphere?
It's so trippy.
It's crazy. It's like a giant LED sphere. It's like huge, and they're gonna hold like events and concerts and stuff in there. It's the future, man.
Oh, I don't know, man.
I'll have to show it to you.
Yeah, that's it's kind of crazy because Rico gets to go to the slap. What they call it, the slap
Power slap. They were
Power
going to do
slap.
that. I think they're going to stay at NBA Summer League because it was either go to Power Slap or see. I think it was Hornets and Spurs. And
Why would you not see that?
You'd want to see Hornets and Spurs.
Yeah, you get Miller Wembanyama.
I want
Yeah.
to watch Power Slap.
You'd rather go to
I
Power
want to see
Slap.
somebody get the taste slapped out of their mouth. I want to see somebody get slapped so hard that they don't wake up until tomorrow. I be watching them videos on Facebook.
You do watch them?
I watch them.
I wonder how you get involved in that sport. How
I
do
don't
you
know.
decide?
And they got
Don't know, don't want to know.
Hey,
Yeah.
they got midgets that do it too. You ever seen the
Small
midgets do
people.
it?
Small
I mean, yeah, small people.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I mean, whatever you call it.
Yeah, right.
You know, yeah.
Yeah.
what Box said, but and women do it. So
Yeah.
I thought that Rico would get a thrill out of that, but he gets to go to a UFC fight.
Yeah.
though. That's the big thing though, and
Major leagues.
major leagues. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good thing. And then the NBA. I don't know about the NBA Summer League and how great it is. I don't. Is that for more like rookies and like guys
Yeah.
that don't play a lot? More
Yeah, younger
the
guys.
first 2 year guys or something like
Yeah,
that.
Isaiah Roby's still in summer league, which I when I saw that I was like, is there a cutoff? Is there an age restriction
No.
at some point?
Mm-mm.
It's just kind of borderline
Yeah,
players.
the
and,
fringe roster kind of
Yeah.
just around guys
Yeah.
to see who really fills. I think those last 3-4 spots on a bench
Yeah.
for the most part.
or rookies, like you said.
Well,
yeah.
he played a couple of games last year. Who he's with?
Roby,
Yeah.
he signed with the Knicks like the last day of the regular season because he did get cut by the Spurs at some point in the season. So it was kind of weird. They did sign him the last day of the regular season, and it made us wonder too if the Knicks won the championship, would he get a ring? So I think he
Was he
obviously
was he
didn't.
on the roster for playoffs?
No.
Oh, so he just signed a 1-day contract.
He signed like a day in a year contract.
A day in a year.
They basically wanted to sign him up for the next year, and I don't know. It was very strange. I don't see it in the NBA a lot.
Does the NBA have signing bonuses for people like not really on the roster? So if you sign for a day, how much you get for a
Like
day?
the 10-day contracts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the minimum they do. Or I mean, I think even if you retire, you do a 10-day contract, right? You don't just get the retirement day.
Well, most of those are just symbolic,
Yeah.
so I think sports
don't even
typically let
get a
them
10-day
slide,
contract. Yeah.
right? But we haven't seen nearly as much of that in basketball as we have in like football.
Yeah. Which is kind of strange too, but I suppose I don't know. That is kind of weird. You don't really see a whole lot of like, one-off real quick signings. Who was the celebrity that signed for the Mavericks? Was it Tony Romo? Didn't Tony Romo play for the
gosh.
Mavericks once?
He might have.
Like quotation. My hands are going up.
Well, Drake would have had to sign an NIL deal with Kentucky, take part in their warm-up lines.
That's right. He did, didn't he?
Tony Romo is just around for a shoot-around.
A shoot around. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, so Roby's contract with the Knicks technically was a 2-year deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they counted the one game last year as a year, essentially.
Good deal for
And
him.
then this year.
Yeah.
400,000 guaranteed.
You say 400,000?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we got 400,000 for the essentially 1 day last year.
Oh man.
And then the remaining 2 mil and change for this season.
That's pretty good.
Do you guys ever wonder what would have happened if he would have stayed for one more year? I mean, Fred could have inherited Roby, right?
Would have.
Would have.
Mhm.
Cam Mack and Roby, you wouldn't want to see it?
Well, I'm not saying it wouldn't have been fun. I am still in the camp that Isaiah Roby could have played himself up draft boards a little more
Yeah.
in a different offensive system. But if you look at the rest of that roster, Isaiah Roby wasn't going to save it necessarily.
That would have helped.
He would have been a
Yeah.
good stats, bad team guy.
Yeah.
Now, what if Bryce would have came back last year? Do you think we would have had a chance to make the tournament?
No, not to make the tournament. No.
You don't think so?
No.
I think we could have won the Big Ten. I mean,
I don't know about winning the Big Ten.
no, not Big Ten, but I think we probably been a little bit higher in the standings.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly would have helped us.
I think,
but you kind of wonder because
20 games.
every movement like changes the way the transfers are looking at it, right?
So if Bryce is back, we probably don't get Casey. The season that he had.
Right.
If Bryce is back, it's harder to buy into that defensive kind of changeover. I mean, not that Bryce, would have been unwilling to do it. It just wasn't his strength. Wasn't something he'd been asked to do before. So I think the guys they got, the way they played, fit that roster well. Not to say they couldn't have, but Bryce would have been an awkward fit on a roster that didn't really have a Bryce type of guy, I think, for a reason.
Now, who is the highest ranking draft pick for basketball that the University of Nebraska has had?
Of all time?
Yeah. I mean, just probably in the last, let's say, 30 years.
Well, Teron Lue got drafted, and then nobody got drafted until Isaiah Roby. So that was
okay.
That went from like 98 to 20. What was it? 20.
The highest pick ever was Rich King in 1991. The Sonics drafted him 14th overall. In 94, Piatkowski went 15th overall to the Pacers, traded to the Clippers. Lue was taken 23rd overall by the Nuggets and traded to the Lakers.
And when was Roby drafted? Because that was the streak.
In the second round, 45th overall. So you went from Vincent Hamilton in 99, 50th overall by the Rockets. From 99 to 2019, Roby went second round, 45th overall. Delano Banton in the 2021 draft, 46th overall, and Bryce went 40th.
Yeah. So I suppose you still do have your streak of not having a first round pick since Teron Lue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even really close to a first round pick. Wow.
Yeah, that's Nebraska basketball. It's kind of what it is.
Fascinating list of players drafted by Nebraska basketball, though. There's been 29 of them. First one was Bob Rutherford in 1949 by the St. Louis Bombers. As a team.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Never heard of them.
The first guy I've heard of that got drafted would have been Stu Lance.
Oh, yeah.
Back in 1968. Jerry Fort in 76 then to the Celtics. Wow, this is a list. Of all the lists to exist, this is a list of players.
Yeah. And of course, Nebraska's had a few guys undrafted, like Strick. I think Mikey Moore undrafted?
Yeah,
Mikey Moore. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that made it in the league too. So I mean, that's it's not all about the draft, but it's a good indication of where your program is. And Nebraska basketball needs some work, and hopefully they get that this upcoming year. All right, let's take a quick break for the Ticket Water Cooler. We'll be right back after this.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Down. If you're looking for an automotive repair you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves servicing relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
General contractors, business owners, property owners. The success of your business requires doing business with the right people. And the right people when it comes to drywall, acoustical ceilings, and specialty products are at Premier Drywall. Kevin and his crew will give your project the response and attention it deserves.
You'll get all of the attention to detail and quality that you would expect from someone who's been in the business for 30 years. For your new builds, build-outs, or renovations, reach out to Kevin. Kevin at PremierDW.com. Premier Drywall in Lincoln.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
The sweet relief of air conditioning after a hot day in the summer sun. For only $2.88 a day, LES helps power life's special moments and your comfort. Learn more at les.com/value.
A lot of businesses say that they're family focused. But when tough situations in life arise, the business feels anything but for your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, as they do with customers. Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KX Weather, sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Showers and thunderstorms are expected to move through the region, especially for the first half of the day. Then this afternoon, a high of around 75. Winds out of the south at 15. Partly with a low of around 57. A mix of sun and clouds tomorrow. We will slowly warm things up with an afternoon high of 79. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, listen up. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. If you're in Lincoln, surrounding area, contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Too many people believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the newest, most advanced pain-relieving techniques and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call today for a free consultation at 531-254-5695 or go to novotnynutritionandwellness.com. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located at 7th and Superior.
Hey, CNC machinists. Do you feel like a job with your boss hovering over your shoulder? That's so annoying. Not at Garner Industries. We provide the opportunity and trust our CNC machinists to bring the talent. I'm Bob Williams, HR Director at Garner Industries, and we're looking for new team members in our CNC department. At Garner Industries, you'll work in a clean, climate-controlled, and safe environment with team members who want to see you succeed. You will also enjoy 4-day work weeks, great benefits, and a positive working culture. Interested? Apply on our career page at garnerindustries.com.
On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Sometimes playing with a healthy fear is good because it makes you go, 100 out. Because the more tentative you are, I always told kids, I said, listen, if you don't like this and you don't want to play, don't play. Because you're going to be worse off and get probably hurt more by being tentative in your play as opposed to playing all out.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Back to the Ticket Water Cooler on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back here on the Ticket Water Cooler. You might have heard me already say that in the background. It's because I had the wrong mic. Terrell threw me off.
Past tense.
Yes. In any case, we're back here on the Ticket Water Cooler. Now we have a three-man show as we invite Nick into the room. Austin already with me, and of course I am Bach. Once again, Rico out. He is in Las Vegas, hopefully having some fun covering the UFC and NBA Summer League out there with DP and Strick as well. But I want to talk a little Husker football because it kind of dawned on me yesterday. And this is not going to be necessarily the most uplifting conversation, but I did want to get your guys' thoughts on this. Throughout the struggles that Nebraska's had over the last several years, I remember it kind of, a statement that Steve Sipple made at one point. I think this was during Mike Riley's last year. Was basically this was the lowest that he had seen Nebraska football. And now you can kind of see through the Scott Frost years. It might have gone lower. Maybe Mike Riley was the worst, whatever you want to kind of think there. And it kind of was shocking. It was like, oh, really? This is as bad as it's been. And now I don't think that's shocking. I think that's kind of like everybody can acknowledge. Yeah, this is bad. And that what leads me to this. And it's not a reflection of Matt Rule other than what he brings with his resume, which is kind of struggling in year one as he rebuilds programs. But I want to ask you guys this. Does this team, even compared to the Frost and Riley teams, which again, historically low for Nebraska, does this team have the lowest floor of any team that you think going into a season for Nebraska football? Because I think I was surprised by the 3-9 result, which of course was the lowest result. I don't know if I would be surprised, at least shocked. And I don't want to say this is a negative because I don't know. They could do really well this year, and that's going to be part of it. But I don't think I'd be shocked if they had a low seat. The surprise wouldn't be there if they won 3 games again.
I think you're onto something, but I also think it's fair to discount that first year of Riley because you lose your opening game by 5 on a Hail Mary, last play of the game. You lose on the road at
to
Miami.
A backup quarterback, nonetheless.
Yeah, exactly. At Miami by a field goal.
Yeah, was that the double overtime one?
Probably.
Wasn't it like 38-35?
Yeah, 36-33.
Okay,
yeah.
36-33.
You go to Illinois on a weird Saturday night. You lose by 1 point just because of the flip forward. If you tuck the ball down, time runs out and you win. You have Andy Janovich run for that touchdown to put you up 21-20 against Wisconsin.
Gaglione.
And you can't get one first down to seal it. You lose by 2 points against Northwestern. Then you have the Riker Fife shootout game against Purdue.
That's right.
And then your last loss of the season.
Awful Purdue, by the way.
Right. Really bad Purdue.
Quarterback.
Yes.
Well, it was like Darrell Hazel's second Big Ten victory in 5 years.
Yeah.
People forget about Darrell Hazel.
That's a guy that happened to the Big Ten.
Yeah, as well they should.
And then the last loss of the season was by 8 points hosting number 3 Iowa. So that team,
that was the undefeated Iowa team. That's right.
Yeah. So that team, Mike Riley's year, I am honestly willing to give a pass for just being snake bitten. Obviously, if they're a little more talented, they win some more games. But that first year of Scott Frost, that team, going the way it did, they end up 4-8 overall. Lose similarly to Colorado. Montez just drops it in the bucket to Chenault. Same 33-28 score. Adrian's out against Troy. You'll lose by 5. You go to Michigan. That's tough. And then you get blitzed by Purdue. Your defense doesn't stop anyone. Wisconsin runs all over you. And then you should have beat Northwestern.
Yeah.
Even though they're better than you should have beat Northwestern. You lose that one by a field goal. So to me, I don't think there's much of a comparison to be drawn with that Mike Riley team. I think you're closer to that first year Scott Frost.
You also had this weird situation with Mike Riley where they brought in Tanner Lee and everybody freaked out about Tanner Lee being like this prototypical pro style passer.
Yeah.
And how that was going to fit perfectly with Danny Langsdorf's offense and Mike Riley, and they had the running backs for it. And then Tanner Lee just did nothing for you.
Not a thing.
Tanner Lee, he
threw a pick six on a screen pass.
Yeah, you saw how bad it was. Machine. It was so bad because and I think what made things even worse is because Nebraska was coming out of the Taylor Martinez, Tommy Armstrong mobile quarterback back there. And although, Taylor Martinez's footwork was so bad, and sometimes Tommy Armstrong made some bad decisions and tried to heave one downfield when he shouldn't have.
YOLO.
you saw at times how valuable it was to just have a quarterback that could move.
Well, they move the ball down the field.
And so then, yeah, exactly. And so then you bring in Tanner Lee, who may be the most immobile quarterback in Husker football's last 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
And
Right up there with Zach Taylor, but Zach
you're-
Taylor could sling it.
Exactly. But you're sitting there
Right.
going, man, this guy, he's just not the answer.
We had Chris Mortensen on these airwaves tell us that Tanner Lee, going into that year, part of the hype was that he thought that he could be a first-round quarterback.
Which is just unbelievable. that explains the hype right there.
Yeah.
Because what's crazy is you look up like Tulane.
He is the only quarterback to be drafted by Nebraska as a quarterback,
and that's
since I don't know how long.
Once again, do we know the team? Austin, trivia question: who drafted Tanner Lee?
Tanner Lee was drafted by the Jaguars.
Nice work.
Yeah.
Nice work. I want to find Tanner Lee's Tulane statistics.
Okay, well, you do that.
Okay,
Let me
here
go
it
back
is.
and okay, you got it.
So I already found him. Tulane.
Too fast.
he completed 54% of his passes at
Mhm.
Tulane for 23 touchdowns and 21 interceptions.
Yeah.
As crazy as it is, at Nebraska in 2017, he completed 58% of his
Step up.
passes for almost 3,200 yards, 23 touchdowns, and 16 picks. But going into this, and obviously
A lot of that was in
hindsight's
junk time.
absolutely.
You were blown out.
Oh yeah, you were.
And then him and JD Spielman would put on a show.
Yeah, you were heaving it down the field.
Yeah.
But what's crazy is obviously hindsight's 2020. But here we're sitting there before the beginning of the year, and you just said it.
Yeah.
He was a first round pick projection. and then it was like, oh, Tanner Lee's throwing to whoever. Is it Tyreek Hill or Devontae? No, he's working out with Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
who it is. Tanner Lee's working out with Ezekiel Elliott. And we forgot about Tanner Lee for about 5 years. And then just like this NFL video surfaces of Ezekiel Elliott putting in work with none other than Tanner Lee. And it's just like, what is happening? I wonder where Tanner Lee's at right now.
I don't know.
I
That
have
was a
no
good
clue.
look. I also remember like there was a video going into that draft year of Jerry Jones saying, "Oh, here comes a pick." Like they were watching.
Yes.
I don't know if there's a Senior Bowl or whatever because I don't know what it was.
He played in the Reese's Senior Bowl.
Yeah, and it was like, or in the practices, like, yeah, we're not
He
drafting
is
this guy. If it's
a
pick.
free agent. Oh, let's go to his LinkedIn profile. This is where we go.
I forgot Tanner Lee has a LinkedIn profile.
Okay.
I found this before.
Let's see. He hasn't posted in a while.
Ah,
This is
shucks.
a bummer.
What was his last job?
Wait. Just kidding.
What was his last job?
Learning and quality manager, doing data analysis, business analysis for Amazon.
Wow.
Well, good for him.
Nice job,
But,
Tanner.
yeah, I mean, football wasn't going to
What's
wasn't
Taylor
going to be the
Martinez
answer,
doing?
probably.
Taylor
I'm pretty
Martinez,
sure
let's see.
he created an app.
He did. He had like app games for a while.
Typical California kid.
He created an app.
Okay. Well, I looked
did.
that up. Guess what Taylor Martinez's middle name is? This is incredible.
I don't remember.
Todd.
Taylor Todd.
Taylor
Todd.
Yeah.
Okay.
Taylor Todd.
He's again LinkedIn. God bless LinkedIn. Says he's in Austin, Texas.
Oh,
I
don't like that to begin with at all.
He hasn't put anything down, but his description just says build things.
I like to
And
play
there's a
against
little rocket, the rocket emoji,
I
and then
like
the wizard emoji.
I like to play things and play and build.
I like to play against road games. Remember that?
His LinkedIn cover photo is Ndamukong Suh, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, himself.
Taylor's awesome.
That's a pretty legendary picture. I just remember the things like that I definitely took for granted growing up watching Taylor Martinez play was just him tearing it up against like Western Kentucky and Louisiana Lafayette in the non-con, because it always got overshadowed by like the 3-pick game against some Big Ten school. So I miss watching Taylor Martinez just run all over. Well, yeah, the throwing motion.
Throwing motion wasn't great, but he
run all over
like the Kansas State game in Manhattan.
Kansas State in Manhattan, but like run all over like Louisiana Lafayette, and they win like 55-3.
Yeah.
And it's just like, well, another Saturday here in Husker land. Nebraska wins 55-3. And now you're huffing and puffing trying to beat North Texas last year, or North Dakota. Whoever they played. And it's just like there was no genuine worry in Husker fans back in just that time with Taylor Martinez.
There's not a worry of winning 4 or 5 games.
Well,
but back
no.
then you were worried about getting over the hump.
I understand that, but I'm saying we go into this obviously McNeese State was like the last true where it's like you're going in there thinking, there's no chance McNeese State beats us.
I was at that game.
Yeah, Amir does the unimaginable and puts Nebraska on his back for the 1,000th time in his career. But then also
Heisman moment.
Should have been.
Now we go into games against Northern Illinois, and it's like, man, Nebraska shouldn't lose to these guys, but it's also Nebraska, or it's Nebraska going up against Georgia Southern last year. They should not lose. This should not be. We say it every pregame show, Brock. This should not be a game by the end of the third quarter.
Yeah.
And every single time in the last 3 or 4 years, it's been a game into the fourth quarter, whether you're playing Northern Illinois, whether you're playing North Dakota, whether you're playing Georgia Southern.
Well, and that's why, kind of bring the conversation full circle again, is I know, for a lot of Husker fans, it's just hard to imagine. Usually before the season, you can check off, well, here's a win, here's a loss. I'm just having a hard time doing that. Now, I understand when you look at the, Colorado, Northwestern, they won a combined 2 games last year. Louisiana Tech and Northern Illinois, both coming off 3-9 seasons. So there should be, okay, you can check some wins there, but it's just hard to do when you're a 4-8 team coming in with a new coach, complete new defense. You don't have a whole lot of all conference locked in players to go to. So again, this season, anything could happen. I'm not really sure, but I just say it. I think I would be most or least surprised by a 3-win season this year than I would have any other season that I've lived watching Nebraska football.
Let's look at it this way. Who's the better quarterback? Junior Jeff Sims or freshman Adrian Martinez? Who's the better quarterback?
In terms,
who's the better quarterback?
You're going to have to go off of potential for both of them, right? Because you know what Jeff Sims has done, but I think Husker fans are expecting him to be a better version of Jeff Sims here at Nebraska. So you're hoping on the potential of Jeff Sims.
Better running back, Divine Azigbo as a senior or anyone on Nebraska's roster? Divine.
Divine.
Better wide receiver, Stanley Morgan and J.D. Spielman or Kemp Washington?
Divine also started 3rd on the depth chart that year.
He did. So
And
that
he
leaves
was
you with
the
Ramir
best.
Johnson as RB1 again this year? If you do the Divine story?
Have you seen how big Gabe Irvin looks, Austin?
Well, he's RB2.
You guys want the perfect description of how Husker Nation is feeling? I had a doctor's appointment. That's why I was a little bit later today. I had an appointment, and in the waiting room, the doctor comes out, and he's like, well, how do we think the season's going to go this year? And I told him my prediction. I said, I think they're going to be around 6, maybe 7 wins, but I could see anything happening from 4 wins to 8 being the ceiling. And there's 3 guys in the waiting room, and they're all like, no, have you seen the recruiting class Matt Rule's bringing in? Have you seen what he's done? So I think there's genuine optimism, and Nebraska fans are going to start getting themselves into this hole of Nebraska might be really good this year. They might compete for the Big Ten West.
Hey, there's nothing better than some summer Kool-Aid.
Don't forget, it's the last year of the Big Ten West. What's better than the team that has won almost the fewest amount of games in the Big Ten West in the last 10 years, winning the division?
It would make sense as far as the division goes. All right, let's take a quick break, and we'll come back, wrap up the Think of Water Cooler coming up next.
If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, listen up. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call the estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
July marks 8 years of the Body Shop being open for business and serving Lincoln the best massage options in the area. Dennis and his team would like to thank all customers who have stopped in and let them relieve the pains and stress in their lives. Your continued business helps them to do what they are passionate about. Book an appointment today at thebodyshoplincoln.com. The Body Shop, your go-to for all types of massages at 48th and A. Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. It doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will percent off. Mention this for sure. Your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934. HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
The wait is almost over. The Guardians of Freedom Air Show is the hottest event in the area. Coming to Lincoln's Air Park on Saturday, August 26th and Sunday, August 27th. Elevate your air show experience with tickets to the premium seating tent, padded seats, meals, and more for just $125. Premium tickets are going fast, so buy yours today. To purchase premium tickets and for more information, visit LincolnAirShow.com. We'll see you at the Guardians of Freedom Air Show in late August.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience to Starter very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter.
Great.
We're definitely Starter Heyman, Lincoln and Grand Island. Heyman.com.
John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
When it comes to your home or business, we know you have options, and that's why John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning gives you just that. Options. We have plumbing, heating, and cooling memberships to serve all of your residential and commercial needs. We want to ensure you, your family, and your business are safe. Visit our website, jhlincoln.com, to find out more or call us at
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warren with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have A&M master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolet to Fords. We pride on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th. From top shelf liquor, our favorite Wall-to-Wall Wine Spirits has a beverage taste and every plus. Join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
People believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the newest, most advanced pain-relieving techniques and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call today for a free consultation at 531-254-5695 or go to novotnynutritionandwellness.com. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located in Superior.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Showers and thunderstorms are expected to move through the region, especially for the first half of the day. Then this afternoon, a high of around 75. Winds out of the south at 15. Partly cloudy tonight with a low of around 57. A mix of sun and clouds tomorrow. We will slowly warm things up with an afternoon high of 79. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Grandma and Grandpa, Mom and Dad, then the kids, and now the grandkids. Judson Irrigation has provided lawn sprinkler system design, installation, repair, and service to 4 generations. They're just like members of the family. Loyalty, trust, service. It's what you deserve and expect from Judson Irrigation.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Back to the Ticket water cooler on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rounding out the week here on the Ticket Water Cooler. Once again, thanks to Austin and Nick for jumping in. We got a little college football headlines and, just around the world of sports before we get out of here. I've got just your reaction, you guys' reaction to some of this stuff here. Let's start outside of college football with Victor Wembanyama versus Britney Spears. This is the weirdest thing that I would have never seen happen. But if you don't know, Britney Spears saw Victor Wembanyama a couple times yesterday in Vegas. Victor Wembanyama and his security crew were going through a crowded hotel. Britney wanted to say hi, Britney Spears, and she says tapped on his shoulder. They say grabbed him. And in response to that, I don't think that the security team knew it was Britney Spears, but in one way or the other, they're saying that she got slapped away from Victor Wembanyama, and now so Britney Spears has released the statement. Wembanyama has also had been interviewed about it, and that's pretty much where we're at now. Very, very strange. Two celebrities I just didn't necessarily ever think would cross paths. Victor Wembanyama has not even played a game in the NBA, and he's already got some dealings with Britney Spears of all people.
It's already the most interesting thing that's ever happened to a Spurs #1 overall draft pick center.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing like this ever happened to David Robinson. Nothing like this ever happened to Tim Duncan across their entire careers. Wembanyama sits out the California Summer League, goes to Vegas, and immediately controversy. Well done.
So here's what's interesting. This is where my mind instantly went to the gambling side of things.
Mm-hmm.
Is I picture just walking into Vegas, and I kind of pictured Rico in the middle of this, which made it even better. I'm picturing like Rico just sitting at a blackjack table, and then all of a sudden Victor Wembanyama or whatever his name is, and I'm never going to be able to say it.
You'll get it eventually.
Wembanyama.
We all get Antetokounmpo eventually.
Exactly.
Giannis.
But Wembanyama. Anyway, Vic. Anyway, I just picture Rico sitting at a blackjack table, and then all of a sudden Victor and Brandon Miller and Bryce McGowan's just sit down next to him at the blackjack table, and Rico's like, I do not belong here. I do not. Anyway, but no, like I wonder, guys. So Victor, he's going to make about $55 million on his rookie contract. Pretty hefty signing bonus in there, I'm sure, at some point. How much do you think he has spent gambling at the casinos? Do you think those guys, now that it's
he's 19. He's 19 years
okay,
old.
so
yeah.
he
can't.
Legally.
So right.
He can only walk
but
through
SDP about the old UNLV stories he gets from Everett, and they'll find a way.
Well, so that's what makes me wonder, like some of those guys that are 21, they go in there after signing this big signing bonus and the contract, and here they are playing summer league. They're in Vegas a couple days before their games start. Got some time to kill. I'm $9 million richer. Let's go and throw a couple mil on some cards. Like I just can't even fathom not necessarily that they do that, but the ability
to be able to do
be
that.
able to go and be like,
Yes.
man, I lost $500,000 today.
It is kind of funny that they
dang.
hold it in Vegas. I never thought of that. Like, you're tempting your new players, all this new money. Come on down to Vegas.
Yeah. So I just can't even think about the idea of just having the ability. Not that they want to, not that I would ever want to either, but just the ability to walk in and be like, you know what? It's always, everybody knows when they go to a casino, you have a couple $100 bills in there or a couple 20s. You have a certain number. And you're like, all right, I want to keep this 100 in there when I leave, no matter what. And so you lose all of it. And you look in the wallet and you're like, man, all right, fine. And
There we go.
But just never having that ability, never having to worry about that, where it's like, man, it's my last 100. They're not worried about the $6.99 fee for the ATM machines in the Vegas casinos.
Who's a bigger star in 2023, Britney Spears or Victor Wembanyama?
Wembanyama.
See, that's what I want to say, but I still feel like we're in our little sports bubble. I still feel like there's more name recognition for Britney Spears.
Like worldwide.
I forgot about Britney Spears, though.
Well, and that's the other thing.
But like, who she is. Like, she still exists, even if you don't know what she's up to.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, is she like still recording music?
She better not be.
I think she's doing like
Vegas
shows there.
Really?
Yeah. I think so.
What is Britney Spears doing now?
By the way, when Victor was born, she was already, at least I believe, I have to go back to the timeline. This was like past her. By the time Victor was born, this was past her prime. I think she was in the K-Fed stuff.
Oh my gosh!
So that's how young or older Britney is.
So on December,
Victor.
Dang, she's up there in age now.
That's what we're saying.
So okay, I don't want to sign up for this.
I believe she was doing a residence shows in Vegas for a while. I don't know if
So this was written on December 6th, 2022. Where is Britney Spears? Quote or hashtag Where's Britney has begun trending on TikTok and Snapchat. After being set free, Britney began posting snapshots and videos of her life on TikTok and Instagram, even opening up about her horrifying experience of getting institutionalized in 2008. She is also finally married to her boyfriend, Sam Ashgahari. I don't know who he is. After being together for 5 years. So now, Sam.
I do know for some reason,
Gahari,
just because it came across my timeline.
He is an Iranian American model.
I do know for some reason she had some like
followers,
OnlyFans type of pictures come out that was
that
wasn't good for like people were worried about her mental health again.
Brittany.
Well, wasn't Brittany the one with like that like custody case or whatever or guardianship
with her father? Yeah.
Free Brittany.
Yeah, because they had that's why it was after she got institutionalized or whatever. They were talking about how whether or not it was her fault or her dad's fault. Yeah, what a wild. I don't know.
Brittany's husband is 29.
Sam?
Oh,
yeah.
Sam is 29.
29.
Well, he's got 3 million followers on Instagram. I saw that. Sam, an Iranian American model.
Well, it is crazy for him because he's one of the few, like, out of all the people that hung up Britney Spears posters in their room when they were a kid. You know, everybody wanted to be with Britney.
See, that was not
your generation.
That was not my generation.
I literally had a Britney Spears poster in my room.
Did you really?
Yeah, but I wasn't the only one.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I did not have
because of the music.
I had a Peyton Manning poster.
Did you? Well, you had like Vince Carter.
It was bad. I grew up as this is the first time I've ever said this on the air.
Uh-oh.
And people are going to come at me bad for this. I have a feeling like I'll never live this down. But part of it's being transparent. My favorite college football player growing up, Jordan Shipley. The Texas wide receiver. The Texas Longhorns wide receiver.
That is weird.
Jordan Shipley. And then his brother Jackson sucked.
Did you like
so
Jackson?
bad? He was so bad.
You didn't like Jackson?
No, Jackson was bad.
Yeah.
But
he wasn't Jordan.
So it was Jordan Shipley.
There's only one Jordan Shipley.
Yes, exactly. And so I gravitated
was that
towards
Colt or Vince?
That was during Colt McCoy's time.
Colt McCoy, yeah.
And so during like the 2006, 2007 eras, I gravitated towards just watching Texas because Jordan Shipley was part of those teams with Colt McCoy. And
did you have a Jordan Shipley poster? Is that where this came from?
I had a Texas number 8 jersey.
Oh man!
I had a Texas.
That's worse than Britney Spears poster.
Yeah, that's
I had
really
a Texas Jordan Shipley jersey.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so Jackson Shipley, 218 catches, 2,500 yards, 11 touchdowns.
That's what I'm saying. He's not bad.
Jordan Shipley. On the other hand, there was a year gap. So there was a 2010 year with no Shipleys on the Texas front, unless Jackson was like redshirting in 2010. Jordan Shipley, 30 more catches for 500 more yards, 250 for 3,200 yards and 33 touchdowns.
Dude, Jordan Shipley, he was so much fun to watch. I don't care what anybody says. Henry says, Nick, you can leave. Jordan Shipley was fun to watch. He and Colt McCoy, I did not care for Colt McCoy, but he and Colt McCoy had a really good chemistry, and they were so good. They were so good.
Okay, so that 2008 Texas team. No, 2009 was the year they would have went to the national title game.
That was the year that they beat Nebraska. I was cheering for Nebraska, though, in that Big 12 championship game. I was not cheering for – I never cheered for Texas.
You had a jersey.
Do you know Texas?
I cheered for Jordan Shipley.
Texas's leading rusher in 2009 ran for 552 yards.
Was it Colt McCoy?
It was not. Colt McCoy was the second leading rusher, though.
Yeah, I thought he led there at least 1 year.
So Trey Newton, 552 yards. Colt McCoy, 348. Cody Johnson, 335. Vondrell McGee, 300. Fozzie Whitaker.
Oh, that's
Fozzie Whitaker.
That's a good name.
53 carries, 212 yards. The leading receiver, Jordan Shipley, of course.
Yep.
They really didn't have anyone else
Jordan Shipley
noteworthy on offense. James Kirkendall, Dan Buckner, Malcolm Williams.
Yeah. Who was the backup quarterback that came in when once
Garrett
Colt went down?
Gilbert.
Garrett Gilbert.
Right.
Yeah.
Which now, so what's funny is, I'm sure, did you guys talk yesterday? Obviously, I wasn't here. Did you guys talk yesterday about Quinn Ewers?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen the other quarterback in their room, though? Malik Murphy? I believe that's his
Dude,
name.
looks like Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
The guy is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And nobody is talking about Malik Murphy. Malik Murphy, so I want to say he was he's a 4-star guy out of Gardena, California. He played at that Junipero Serra, Juno Serra, whatever, high school, which is a factory out there in California for high school talent. But here he's 6'5", 235,
literally Derrick Henry
as a quarterback. He was Elite 11 finalist, which people say that doesn't mean anything, but it does now this year because Daniel Kalen's one of them. He was the 10th best quarterback in the class. But everybody's talking about Quinn Ewers and everybody's talking about Arch.
Yeah.
But this guy is bigger than both of them and looks scarier than both of them. Just
that
because
does not
of
make
how
you
he's
a better
built.
football player.
It doesn't, but he's built bigger, and he looks like a power, just a
power runner.
Yeah,
wow.
I mean,
and yet he's listed as pro style.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Bone says DP now has just cause to fire Nick. I don't care. Hey, yeah, as an unnamed texter says, Texas as a whole, Texas as a whole was fun to watch 2003 to 2008. Doesn't make me hate them less. Yeah, I don't like Texas. I never did like Texas. I just like Jordan Shipley.
They did have some fun. Even basketball teams. I like those TJ Ford years.
Dexter Pittman.
Yeah, you like Big
Dexter
Pittman guy.
Dexter Pittman was fun. I like Dexter Pittman.
Oh man,
Frickin' Dexter
how could you
Pittman.
not like Vince Young?
For the same reasons I liked, like, my favorite Husker basketball player was Tony McRae.
There you go.
Tony
What?
McRae. He
There you
shot
go.
like a 20-foot corner shot from the corner, long twos. That's all he shot.
All right, that'll wrap it up for the Ticket Water Cooler Happy Hour coming up next year on 93.7 The Ticket.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service.